Just give me a reason to keep my heart beating. Don't worry, it's safe right here in my arms. As the world falls apart around us, all we can do is hold on, hold on.
For chapter 1. So I decided to do a preview like I did with Mitsuki's side story. So yeah, and before we get into my discussion here, I'm going to share with you a specific poem I created, I wrote for, the entire series, kind of giving you where these characters have gone, and giving you an idea, how the journey has been for me as well. So I hope you guys enjoy. I call it The Next Generation. Once kids from the start, not knowing love, they were torn apart. A bond that couldn't break. Those tears of pain. They all endured. They even saved the world. Those that passed on. The faith that kept them strong. The love that was there all along. The shadow and the Hokage. They've all come a long way. A new era begins. The next generation. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So basically, yeah, that kind of, and those are color scans that I did, by the way. Those are all my works throughout, reviewing the series. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's get into my discussion. So basically, what do I feel is going to happen in this series? What are my expectations? Because, Naruto has been, a part of me for a long time. I've been into it since the end of high school, so, almost 13, now 14 years. I mean, it's a very long time, so, seeing and reading more Naruto is just awesome to me. I'm really glad I get to do this, and, it's their kids, their new generation, so it's really awesome. I'm really enjoying it. I want something that gives the viewers, gives us fans, a look at the other characters that weren't touched on. And it's not just Boruto and Sarada and Mitsuki that I want to see, grow. Because we've seen, them grow throughout each series. Sarada with, the Scarlet Spring, the Gaiden series. And then you got Gaiden with Mitsuki with, the Path of the Full Moon's Light. So, we got those for those characters. And then the Boruto film, you got Boruto's progression. So we got those already. But what about the other characters? What about the Sand Shinobi? The Sand Genin? What about them? I want to see some, character development from those. Now, those characters I'm going to show you in the color scan. So take a look. Alright guys, so as you can see, those are the characters in the movie. Now, let's take a look at them in the new series, because this is a scan by Ikemoto. This gives you an idea of how they look like. They're not bad. So take a look. So, as you can see, Ikemoto's done a pretty good job of creating the Sand Shinobi, the Genin. So, I want to see more from them. And I really hope we get to see that, because I think they're very interesting characters. Now, I've translated several scans from the Boruto handbook, the book you get when you go to the Boruto film, and, I translated them for you guys, and each of these ninja, these Genin, have very interesting aspects. So we're going to talk about each of them, and then, after that, we're going to talk about what I expect in Chapter 1, and then we're going to basically give my thoughts on what do I feel, you know, is going to happen throughout the entire series. What is Ikemoto's goal here? And actually, Ikemoto's only the artist. So what is the artist and the author's goal here? Obviously, Kishimoto is the supervisor, but what is their goal? What do I think they're going? What will be their way here? All right. So first, we have some shinobi from the sand. So first, we're gonna go with Shinki. Shinki is the guy who has the iron sand. The iron sand. Now, when you look at the scan that I did, it shows him, and it's got a very interesting, design. It actually says he looks like Gaara, so I'm actually telling you what my scan says, so when you look at it, you can just look at the, you don't actually have to read it, so it's kind of, just there. But anyways, if you want to pause it, you can read it, but I'm basically telling you what it says. So basically, his iron sand is, something from a very interesting line of Kage, right? Kazekage had the iron sand, and that is very interesting. So it really makes you wonder, obviously Kankuro is the son of the Kazekage, so the fourth Kazekage, so it just makes me wonder, is he Kankuro's son, Shinki, or is he, Gaara's son, possibly? I know he looks like Kankuro, but at the same time, his skill is really up there. He's really high level. I think he's even, more talented than Boruto. More talented. Let's just say that. I don't think he would have beat him in the tournament if he fought him. That's my take on it, but take a look at the scan. Alright guys, so yeah, Shinki is pretty badass. I really like his design. Like I said, he looks like Kankuro, but at the same time, is he his son? There's no, there's no 100% on there. There's, Kishimoto kind of leaves it up in the air, which I kind of like, keeping the mystery alive. So, yeah. Alright, next we have Araya. Araya. I think it's Araya. Araya. So Araya is this character that basically he is like a Batojutsu user. So Batojutsu is the art of sword drawing. So he's got a sword on the back, and his technique is a drawing of his sword. So I cannot wait to see what this guy has. And he's the only Genin that wears a mask. He wears a no mask. And a no mask is kind of a traditional mask of Japanese folklore, and so that will be very interesting to see as well. So this guy, his name is Araya, and the first thing that comes to mind is Kenshin Himura when I thought of that, because of Bato Jutsu, right? Bato Jutsu techniques. So take a look at this scan. This gives you a little insight on Araya, the second shinobi. Alright guys, so as you can see, Araya is pretty badass. He's got the mask, he's got the hair almost that looks like Shikamaru, and then, he's got the sword in the back. So, I mean, he looks pretty interesting character. So, those two Sand Shinobi are pretty interesting. Now, last Sand Shinobi is Yodo. Yodo is the Kunoichi that got her ass handed to her by Sarada in the tournament in the Boruto film. So Yodo is the girl. She's got blonde hair, and she's got a hood over her head, so she's kind of got the the fashion punk girl look, which is kind of interesting. Kishimoto actually says it, that he wanted to have a punk girl look for her fashion. So she's got this hood over her head, and it also says that she's wearing a corset, or something like a corset in Japanese, for Japanese women. So anyways, this gives you an insight on this. And who is she? Who is Yoda? We don't know where. Obviously, it's got to be one from the Sand Shinobi. So Is it, Gara comes into question there as well? Does he have a daughter? And is Konkoro Shinki's son? So it really makes, the mystery alive there. So anyway, take a look at her scan. So she's Alright guys, so as you can see, these three shinobi, I really want to see development. I want to see something from them. It doesn't have to be a lot, but just something between them. I want to see, interaction. I want to see, them in action, more than just getting their ass handed to them, right? Yoda basically hit the wall, Sarada basically knocked her out, but it will be great to see. So those are my expectations. Those are the characters I want to see more of. Now, other characters that I want to see is Mirai. Obviously Mirai, Guy, and Kakashi. Where have they been? They've been training. I know there's going to be a novel out. There's going to be a novel coming. So definitely be on the lookout for that. There's also a novel on the way. It's coming soon, so I will definitely pick that up. But the novel is going to cover that gap, where she's training with them. But now she's going to be older, so that would be really interesting to see her as now as the Kunoichi, fighting, for Konoha. So I really want to see more from Mirai. And alright guys, so we've talked a little bit about, the characters that I want to see, the Sand Shinobi, obviously our main characters, right, Mitsuki, Sarada, and Boruto, but now, let's talk about the characters that we don't know anything about, and that is the villain, the mysterious villain, this guy who's in this overcoat, and he's, in dark hair, and he's in the color scan at the very beginning that we got. So take a look. He's on the bottom right hand side, and you can definitely see him because nobody knows who he is. So take a look. As you can see, this guy is mysterious. We don't know where he came from or where he's from at all, what part he's going to have, but he's obviously going to have a vital part if he's, just chilling there in Konoha and nobody knows who that guy is. So it's very interesting, but at the same time, how powerful is this guy? He's got to be powerful for them to, introduce him in the because nobody is on Naruto and Sasuke's level. They're kind of, above pretty much everyone in the universe. Well, I wouldn't say universe, but in the Naruto universe, they're kind of the best, the highest level, not the best, but the highest level ninja there. So if anyone can take this guy, it's gonna be Naruto and Sasuke. It's not gonna be these Genin, but maybe that's where the author is headed. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's going to attack Konoha. Maybe that's the whole idea. He's in Konoha and he's going to attack maybe the Hokage himself. So and would this be the motivation then for Boruto, to get stronger? Because obviously he wants to get stronger, but it's not because of his father's Hokage. He doesn't want to become Hokage. But let's say, this is hypothetical thinking, let's say this new villain comes in and just, basically shows incredible power, like none we've ever seen before. And, Boruto is way out of his league, right? And Naruto is left and Sasuke are left, and something happens and it leaves Boruto, shaken. But this is like a wake-up call for Boruto. He's like, okay, like, Dad was seriously hurt. We have to get stronger. We have to be, better, you know, and something is going to have to motivate him to become stronger like his father. I really believe something is going to happen where he's just going to, you know, wake up and say to himself, you know, this is going to be my ninja way. But anyways, that's my preview for this upcoming series. Yeah, I'll be doing a live reaction soon, so I will see you then.